Hello, good afternoon, my very good friends. Good afternoon from New York City. This is Mr. Okazo reaching out live from New York City. So today I have a good topic. I'm trying to put a topic on Instagram, how to identify, and walk in your purpose and walk in your purpose. Okay, right. I have the topic on Instagram. Let me try and pin it down for my friends to see. Let me know where you're watching from, please. Thank you, Henry JCFR, for joining. Thank you, Neki, for joining. Let me know, guys, where you're watching from. Are you watching from Canada, from New York, from London, from Nigeria? Let me know. It's good to see you guys. Today, we shall be discussing about purpose. Purpose. As you can see, I have a very good share. This is from Nigeria. I'm proud of my country. I'm blessed to be from Nigeria. Oh, Henry says he's from Abuja. That is great. That's great. Thank you, Henry, for joining. Thank you. Thank you, Henry. So I have my club today about Nigeria. So I'm a Nigerian and I'm proud of my country. So let me know where you're watching from, what part of the world you are watching from. Oh, thank you, Wankwo Chisholm, for joining. So today we shall be discussing about purpose. Purpose, purpose, purpose. Purpose is very critical in our life. Purpose, purpose, purpose. So we shall be discussing about how to identify and work in your purpose. Right? How to identify and work in your purpose. Now, before I begin, I want to say this, right? So for the next 9 weeks, okay, I'll be doing this webinar straight and I'll be discussing about Design Your Destiny. All right. So this is my book. It's called Design Your Destiny. So this is my gift to you guys in this new year. I want us to succeed together. All right. So I'm going to be sharing with you practical tips on how you can literally design your destiny. Every destiny has a plan. You can't say, I want to make money without having a plan. You must have a plan, you must have a structure. Okay. But we as human beings, we add a plan, we add a structure. But there's a plan above us, and that is a plan I will be discussing with you guys today. That is why I have this great topic that says how to identify and work in your purpose is very, very critical. I say this because as a Christian, my Bible tells me that my people perish because they lack knowledge. That is Hosea 4:6, right? So we don't have to suffer on earth. We don't have to suffer. Definitely, trust me. If you are struggling, there's a problem. There is something so unique about you. There is something so special about you. Okay, there's something so special about you. You might have a gift I don't have. You can cook, you can sing, you can dance, you can do so many things. You can even make more money more than me. That's okay. All right. So there is something so special about you. So today I'll be walking you guys on how you can work and identify your purpose. Okay, so let me just give you guys one single tip. Okay, this is what I'm going to share with you guys. Just one single line I'm going to read from you from my book. Just one single line. Has it ever occurred to you that you are not just an ordinary person? Have you ever wondered why you are the way you are? Have you ever asked yourself, who am I? Or let me say, if I ask you in a different way, have you ever paused to wonder why you were born in a certain time, in a certain place, and why you have certain traits that is so unique and peculiar to you? Now, what does that really mean? Have you ever asked yourself why you were born in a certain place? Have you ever asked yourself why you have some peculiar traits or gifts? Have you ever asked yourself why you are so unique? Have you ever asked yourself, what is my purpose? It's very critical we ask ourselves these questions. And let me ask you guys, if someone should ask you, who are you? What will you say? Who are you? If someone should ask you, what is your purpose on earth? What will you say? Let me say this, right? Until you have figured out your life purpose and what you are aiming for. You are only existing and not living. Let me repeat that. Until you have figured out your life purpose and what you are aiming for, you are merely existing and not living. We are not meant to exist. We are meant to live. If you are existing, it just means that probably you don't have anything you are aiming for. Just like, for example, some people go to work and after work they gone. Why some people, when they go to work, after work they go back to their side hustle. Now that side hustle might be a gift, a business, or something they are trying to build. So you have to add value. That is why that quote is very, very important. If you are only existing and not living, it's a problem. So you have to figure out your purpose. And how do you figure out your purpose? It's very important. It's very important you figure out your life purpose. Now, let me tell you how you can figure out your life purpose. I'm going to share this story with you guys, okay? It's not a story, it's something you guys know. If you want to know how Facebook work, what will you do? You will ask Mark Zuckerberg, right? Mark Zuckerberg is the founder of Facebook. He is the one that created Facebook. If you want to know how Microsoft work, you have to ask Bill Gates. Bill Gates was the one that founded Microsoft, right? That's a fact. So if you want to know your purpose, or if you want to know what you have been created for, you have to ask your creator. Your creator is the masterpiece. Your creator is God. He is the one that has you as a purpose in his life. Now let me just take it to a little level, right? Let me take it to another level. Now your parents gave back to you. Your parents nurtured you. Their gene is inside of you, right? That's a fact. So, but you see, most times people just think that they can succeed of their own accord. Sometimes it does not work that way. Your parents are the one that have the gene of your success in them. So if you are believing in your own self that you can succeed without your parental blessing, I'm telling you, you have to have a rethink. Because if you give a man of God, a bishop, whatever money, people give all these men of God, if you give them money to pray for you, yes, to pray for you. But trust me, if your parents should bless you, that blessing will have more impact in your life than the one the bishop has blessed you with. Why? Because your parents were the one God gave all the genes to succeed in life. They birthed you into this world. So I don't know how old you are. You can be 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 or 70 years. Let me say, for example, if you are 30 years, imagine 31 years ago or 32 years ago, what you were in heaven. Maybe you are a flower or you're a stick, right? So God plugged you out from earth, from heaven to go into the world for a purpose. Can you imagine what you were before you came to the world? Before your mother conceived you, you were somewhere, right? So God was the one that plugged you out and sent you into your parents' womb before you came here. So how does that really apply in your life? Your purpose was made in heaven, while your assignment is on earth. Let me repeat. Your purpose was made in heaven, while your assignment is on earth. So if your mom has given birth to you, there's a mission for you to fulfill. There's a vacuum that the world needs you to fill. You see, many people die without accomplishing their mission. And liking purpose to a gift. Imagine if you're a man, right? And you give your girlfriend or your wife a gift, right? Your wife will be so happy to receive that gift. And while your wife opens it, oh my God, he or she'll be so happy that you gave her a gift. Now imagine somebody has given you a gift, and that gift you have refused to open that gift. That is what purpose is all about. God has given us a purpose on earth. The word of God says, the Bible says in Jeremiah 1 verse 5 that before you were born, I've ordained you to be a prophet, even in your mother's womb. That means before you were born, there was a purpose for you. Let me take it a little, let me just scale it up a little bit. Now, a purpose can be likened to a manual. Let me say you have an iPhone, or you have a new TV, or you have a new car. All this comes with manual. So for you to operate that manual or that phone or that car or whatever electronic you have, you must operate it with the manual. Without that manual, it will be hard for you to really know what that thing is all about. That is how purpose is all about. So your purpose is in God's manual. God is the creator of purpose. He's the one that made you. So let me ask you, what, just talk to yourself. What are you meant to do in this world? What is your purpose? What is your mission? What is that thing that you want to accomplish? What is that problem you want to solve? Now, as you are asking these questions, it's bothering you, right? There is something so unique. There are things you can do easily without you stressing yourself. It's a lot. There are things you can do effortlessly. It can be that you are cooking nice, you don't know how to, you just love to cook. It could be that you just love to drive. There are so many things about you that you can do with ease. And that is why I'm here today to discuss with you guys how you can really discover your purpose. You know, when we talk about purpose, people don't see purpose literally. No, there is we don't have any illegitimate child. I mean, we don't have any illegitimate parents. Neither do we have any illegitimate child. Or let me say, we don't have illegitimate child, but we can have illegitimate children. How does that play out? If your parents gave birth to you, probably your dad and mom did not marry and they gave birth to you, let me tell you, you are not an illegitimate child. You are original child. Because if God did not want you, to God will not give your father the sperm. Neither will God allow your mom's egg to fertilize you. Despite the fact that your dad and your mom did not marry like legally, right? They didn't marry. Then you came out of the world. That doesn't make you illegitimate. You are a legitimate child. So there's a purpose that you have to fulfill in the world. That is why I was speaking about Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates. Let me take it to a little level again. If you are a doctor, before you can solve a problem, you will run some tests, right? Just to know the problem. You won't just have a patient and then the patient comes to you, you will tell the patient, this is your problem, this is your sickness. It does not work that way. You will run some tests. As an attorney or a lawyer, if a client comes to you, right, you will not just tell your client, this is how the case is, this is what's going to happen in court. No, you will first of all hear your client, and then you will know if that case is all about if it's a family law case, if it's a criminal case, if it's a civil case, you will know the laws and the exceptions. All you have been trying to do is to figure out the purpose of that client, why that client come to you, and the issue literally involved. That is how purpose literally work. So you have to discover your purpose for you to really make a headway in life. Okay, each and every one of us have a purpose. Now the question now becomes, how do I discover my purpose? So I'm going to be sharing with you guys some tips on how you can discover your purpose. The first tip I'm going to share with you guys is stick to your calling. And how can you stick to your calling? You can stick to your calling by asking the creator. Okay, or let me say, before sticking to your calling, let me say the first step should be ask your creator, which is God. God is the one that made you, right? He said, I've made you my own image and likeness. Meaning what? That he is the one that gave you that purpose. Have you ever wondered why Mr. A is like this, Mr. B is like this? Why Mr. A can be so artistic, creative, intelligence? There are so many things like that. That is why purpose is very, very important. So God is the creator of purpose. He is the one that made you. So you have to ask him, how can I make it happen? Okay, that is one. Then two, you stick to your calling. What is your calling? God is the one that gave you a calling. Like I said earlier on, that before you were born, there was a purpose that you have been fashioned and destined to do. There is something that makes you happy. There's something that makes you happy. And how can you discover that thing that makes you happy? So, what is that thing that you can do that someone, even though someone did not pay you, you can do it for free? What is that thing that even though you are sleeping, they wake you up, you will do it? What is that thing that when you are doing it, it makes you happy? It's just like if you're working in a job you don't like, you will not really succeed. But if you love your job, that means you are working technically on purpose. So let me just share it with you guys. There's a difference between a vocation, a profession, and a calling. Let me repeat that. A difference between a profession, a vocation, and a calling. So, what is a vocation? A vocation is something you have been paid to do. That's your vocation. You have been paid to do it. A profession is something you have been trained to do. And your calling is something you have been called to do. That is your life mission. So, if you can discover your purpose, then you know that you can discover your calling, your vocation, and your calling. I call calling ministry. And how does that play out? So when you see somebody will say, "Oh, he's blessed. She's blessed. She's talented. Okay, he or she has skills, and they're all making so much money." That is because that person has been able to identify his or her calling. All right. So if you know your calling, and this is what you can do very, very well, and someone is paying you for it, and you are enjoying it, that means you are killing two birds with one stone. Or that means what? Three birds with one stone, because your profession is what you are trained to do. So if you are very talented and you have a gift, right? And you're doing that and people are paying you, that means that is what you are called to do, right? So your profession is what you have been trained to do. Like me now, I was trained to be a lawyer. I went to school, so I was trained in that area. Now, what is my vocation? I currently work for New York City government, for New York City government. So that is my vocation. That is what I am paid to do. So what is my calling or my ministry? My ministry or my calling is to inspire people, is to help people to unleash their potentials, to be a public speaker, to be a youth advocate, to be a mindset coach, to help people to be happy. That is my ministry. You can wake me up in the morning, in the afternoon, and I will do it effortlessly. I don't have to struggle. I could speak, I could write. That is my calling. That is my ministry. I don't have to struggle. Even though they don't pay me, I can do it. So when there's an alignment between your calling, your profession, and your vocation, that is when you know that you're a mega millionaire. I always tell my friends that the day you discover your gift, that is the day you become a millionaire. It could be that you are cooking very well. Let me tell you, we have different cooks, but there's a meal you will eat. Trust me, you will love the meal. I might cook rice and you might cook rice. But the way my rice will taste might be different from your taste. But it's the same rice, the same ingredients. So so we all have different things in our at our palm. We all have different things, and that is what makes us so unique. So if you are looking for a job is inside you. You are a job. You don't have to. You are a job. Okay. Let me give you an example now. So God, right? God has given us our hand to eat. Okay, but human beings now invented spoon. God has given us leg to walk, but human beings now invented aeroplane, cars, right? In the olden days, and even the Bible, we could see how Moses was walking, the work minimized, and they didn't feel bothered, right? That is how life works. God has given you eyes, but we invented eyeglass, right? So there is nothing you want to do in the world that you don't have. God has given you wisdom, but we decided to go to school. So everything you have is inside of you. You don't literally need a job. All you need to do is to sit down and meditate and ask yourself, what is that thing that I can do that I love to do? I will not be so exhaustive on this area, but I'm giving you guys a tidbit. If you want more, you have to come and join my masterclass, which will begin in 2 weeks' time. You can click my bio or send me an email or send me a DM, and I'll give you more details. I have a masterclass that is coming up in 2 weeks' time. It's about how you can unleash your potentials, how you can discover yourself. In that masterclass, I will teach you guys a lot of stuff. So let me proceed. So another way again you can really know yourself is something that I called meditation. Meditation is when you sit down to think, right, and see, okay, this is what I'm hearing. Now, there are things that you can hear other people cannot hear. There are things you can see other people cannot see, right? So let me tell you this: if the whole world is telling you you can do it, and you know you cannot do it, you will fail. If the whole world is telling you You cannot do it. And you know you can do it, you will succeed because he that's in you is stronger and greater than he that's in the world. So meditation will help you to know that thing you can do. You don't have to look at somebody else. You have to be original. You have to be truthful to yourself. You can lie to others, but you can never lie to yourself. So meditation will help you to know those things that are so unique about you. You don't have to live your life for somebody else. Oscar Wilde said, be yourself. Everyone is taken. So when you sit down and reflect on yourself, you will get to know more about you. So guys, if you have any question on Facebook or on Instagram, feel free to ask me and I'll be glad to share with you. All right. So let me proceed more. There's a test I always tell my friends if you want to know who you are. I'm giving you an insight. It's called the passion test. I will not go into detail in that passion test. So you will have to join my masterclass, okay, on my tribe for you to know more. But let me give you an insight about that passion test. When is your life fulfilled? When are you at your peak? When is the ideal time you do like you succeed? So let me just give you one of those tip in my passion text. It says, what should I be doing with my time and my abilities that will be helpful to others to make a difference? What is that thing that you can be doing with your time and your ability that will help other people's life to make a difference? Before you make money, you must solve a problem. You must have value. Nobody will just give you money, just take money, I want to give you money. No, if you have value, people will pay you. Trust me. Now we have this COVID-19 coronavirus. Whoever will give us a cure for coronavirus will be a billionaire. That's a fact. You must solve a problem. So, what is that thing you are doing with your time and your ability that is making impact that will make people to pay you? That is how you can know your passion. What is that thing that when you do it, you are naturally happy and good? What is that ideal thing? So that is where I'm going to leave it. If you want more, you have to join my masterclass and I will give you more insight on that passion. I will walk you through down. I have a workshop and I have an exercise that you will take. That you will answer these questions for yourself and you'll be surprised. All right. So another way you can use to identify yourself is by looking at what people appreciate you for. Let me say, for example, now you sing. When you sing, right, people will be so happy. Like see Celine Dion. Celine Dion is a good singer. See someone like Michael Jackson. He's late, quite alright, but trust me, he's talented. When he sings, when he dances and sings, people are happy. So, what is that thing that you can do that people will appreciate you for? That is something about you that people can always appreciate you. Another way you can literally know yourself again is by doing things with relatively ease. You might be wondering, I don't know myself. I don't know what I'm going to do. How can I discover these things about me? Let me just give you an insight. Whenever you are much relaxed, explore those things you love to do. Just explore those things you love to do. Those things that come to you easily, very easy. You don't have to stretch yourself. Whenever you are stressing yourself or working, trust me, you are not working on purpose. Because we are not meant to struggle. For me, I could speak for the next 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I could inspire you. I could change your mindsets. I could blow your mind. I could design your destiny. I could give you a master plan. I can write about you. I can inspire you that you'll be like, wow, I didn't see this. I don't have to think it. I don't have to think it. I don't have to stress myself. That is why I've deemed it fit to come down here to share with you guys on what you can do to make you literally succeed in life. So, my friends, if you have any question you want to ask me, please feel free to ask the questions. I am here to share with you guys to really help you to discover your purpose on earth. I will be here to help you to design I will hold you by the hand. If there's any problem, any challenge that you're having, just inbox me. Send me a message, DM me on Facebook or Instagram, or even on YouTube or Twitter or LinkedIn. Reach out to me. Click the link on my bio. I'll be here to support you. We are not meant to struggle. I understand that right now the world is facing challenges, but I'm here for you. I'm here to give you that gift God has given to me. I'm here to unleash that potentials. I'm here to help you to unravel that mystery that has been bothering you. There is something the world needs to see from you. There is a message the world needs to hear from you. And that is what I want to share with you. Okay, so I'll be living here in the next minutes. Okay, but I want to use this in 1 minute now to really give a recap of all I've said. And if you have any question, feel free to ask the question. Like I said, until you have figured out your life purpose and the goal you are aiming for, you are merely existing as opposed to living. You are not meant to exist. You are meant to live. And the way to live is to make impacts, is to add value. Imagine when you leave this world today and there is nothing that the world can know about you. Imagine you are dating a guy, or you are married, or you're a friend, and all of a sudden you die, and there is no trace to say, oh, when he was alive, when I was with this guy, this is the value I was getting from him. Imagine. If nobody can give any good account of you, you are merely existing. You are meant to live. You know, it's like talking about money. Okay, money does not solve all the problem. Money can give you laughter, but money cannot give you peace of mind. But trust me, there's a stage in life that people don't care about your money. What they want is your time. That's a fact. People just want your time. And that is how purpose is all about. Purpose is value. Purpose is value. For you guys to come in here today to watch me on my Instagram live on Facebook, that is because you regard me. That I have value. I have purpose. Joanne says, how do I achieve my purpose? I've been able to explain it. You have to watch the replay. Okay? You have to watch the replay. But let me just give you an insight to how you can achieve your purpose. Like I said, the first step of achieving your purpose is by asking your creator. I said, if you want to know how Facebook work, you ask Mark Zuckerberg. Because Mark Zuckerberg was a founder. If you want to know how Microsoft work, you ask Bill Gates, because Bill Gates is the founder. So if you want to know your purpose, you have to ask your God. Your God is the one that created you. He gave you skills, he gave you talents, and he gave you gifts. Right? That's a fact. So he is the founder, he is the one. Like even scripture says that before you were born, I knew you, I ordained you to be a prophet, even in your mother's womb. He said, I created you in your own image and likeness. Or sometimes we would not believe, oh, I'm intelligent. Let me tell you guys, some people have PhD, they're still hungry. Some people have first class 4.0, 5.0, but still they are still screwed. That is why grace comes from God. He's the one that's going to give you the grace. So you have to go to him. Don't believe in your own power or your own imagination or your own understanding. Do not. So Joe Frank, I hope I've been able to answer that question. If you need more, please feel free to inbox me. I have a webinar that's coming up in 2 weeks' time. Okay, that webinar will help you to discover your purpose, to unleash your potentials, and to change your mindsets. All right, so just do yourself a favor and join that webinar. When you join that webinar, I will help to design your destiny for you. I am just the vessel. I am not the designer. God is the one. I'm just a conduit. Okay, I'm just an instrument. I don't know it all, but I will help you with the talent and the gifts God has given to me to help you to design a destiny plan. You will know what is so unique about you. You will make the right choice. If you have failed, you will turn your failures into your friend to enable you to unleash your potentials. My program will help you to be original, because imitation is limitation. You can't be somebody else. Be yourself. Once you are yourself, only true friends will come to you. Fake friends will run away. But once you are fake, fake people will come to you because they think you are real, but you're fake. So they're coming to you. So why would you be fake when you need the right people? Okay? So that is how life works. I'm going to teach you guys on how to meditate. I spoke earlier on how Meditation can help you to discover yourself. When you sit down and reflect, you get so many thoughts, not what people are saying, but what you are hearing. When it comes to prayer, sorry, I'm saying this as a Christian, but for this purpose, I'm a Christian, so I have to work with purpose. So when you pray, you are talking to God. But when you meditate, God is talking to you. That is why it is good when you wake up in the morning, you reflect and you be quiet. When everybody's sleeping, you'll be receiving some fresh thoughts. Energy will come into you. When people are sleeping, that is what meditation is helps you to discover that now you'll be so productive early hours of the morning. That is why when people tell you when you wake up, say, I am beautiful, I am strong, I am handsome, my day will be good. It's called affirmation. You are attracting energy. Okay, so that is what can help you. So Joe Frank, don't worry. I'm gonna inbox you, okay, and I will guide you in that process. Okay, I'm here for you. Okay, yes, I can be your mentor, no problem. Okay, I'm gonna help you guys to really unleash your potentials. Each and every one of you have potentials. We are not meant to struggle. Like I said, your purpose was in heaven, but your assignment is on earth. You cannot be working in your purpose and then you miss your targets. But you can be working on your assignments and then you miss your purpose. So what you have to do is ask the creator who created you, what is my purpose? When people pray, they will say, God, let your will be done and not my own will. Because as a human being, you are limited. You don't know it all. So when you work in purpose, you are working according to the master plan, according to the manual. At the end of the day, success will be your portion. But when you now work in your own ability, you might be screwed. So you are not meant to work on assignments. You are meant to work on purpose. So I'm going to leave it here. If you want to work on purpose, I have a master plan. Okay, I have a destiny plan, and I have a plan that can help you to design your plan to enable you to unleash your potentials. So I thank you guys for coming out here today. And for those of you who have decided to join my masterclass, I will reach out to you. Okay, and then you can join. It's not that hard. It's not expensive. If you are in Nigeria, you pay 30,000 naira. If you are in US, it's just $80. If you're in UK, £70, and you're good to go. So why are you waiting? Join this masterclass and unleash your potentials. So my very good friends, I thank you guys for joining to me in this today's webinar. I hope to see you guys next week. We shall be discussing about uniqueness, understanding your uniqueness. Remember, once you know your purpose, the next stage is to understand that thing that is so unique about you. Next week, I'll be talking about your gifts. I'll be talking about your talents, your gifts, talent, and your skills, and many others. That is the next stage for you to unleash your potentials. For now, I'll get back to you. So thank you guys for joining, and I'll see you guys next week. Have a nice day.